Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So I'm trying something a little bit different in this one. So I'm testing the water to see if people here, like yourselves, would like me to throw in some Star Citizen news and updates on a probably weekly basis, work depending, of course. I'm going to call these videos, as it says there, from the verse. And I'll be touching on things that look pretty cool, or have me a little bit excited for, and throw out the odd opinion. And of course, if you guys have something to say, then obviously throw it down in the comments, and maybe I'll go over that next week. But we'll see if you guys want something like this. I know most of you are probably all over the updates and news for Star Citizen like a fat kid on a cupcake, but I'll be doing these as and when I learn about the stuff, and you never know, you might get something out of it, or just enjoy the charismatic guy that I clearly am. So what's first on the list? Now, I'm a little behind this week, you know, first one and all that. But let's talk about the new UI that got shown off. Now, I'm not sure how all this will work, but I do know that it looks pretty damn cool. Along with your projections that you see here with the lift and the ship, there's what they're calling the UI card system. Now, it looks great, and the fact that you can click through the different parts of your ship and select what you want, and by the looks of it, here if I zoom in, you can see it says cargo. So hopefully we get to see the ship's cargo capacity, as well as room left, and of course what's currently in the cargo hold, be it food, weapons, medical supplies, or of course metals and ores. But in the video, there's a lot of head movement here. I'm not sure if I'd want to have to constantly look around just to click through what I want, instead of having a basic menu like the Mobiglass is now. However, the video doesn't help, as clearly the user here is either mid mosh pit or in the first stages of a major stroke, but time will tell. There's probably a long time till we see this UI come to fruition, and I'm sure CIG will nail something down that's user friendly and looks as good as this does. Next up, we saw two ships that are coming along quite nicely, one being the Corsair, which actually looks rather huge, and it's well into its grey box phase with a huge ramp floating up some pretty large ground vehicles, and it looks to be a rather versatile ship, that's for sure. They also showed us the SRV, which is also in the grey box phase, and this ship is going to be one of the more interesting ships, I think, due to its intended purpose of being more of a recovery vehicle. So it's looking good at the moment for both of these ships, making steady progress for their release, which I'm assuming will probably be in 3.18. Talking of 3.18, we assumed it would be coming in the next 3 months or so, but as CIG is still working on fixes and updates for the current patch, I'd be inclined to say that it may be delayed. Personally, if we get it for the Christmas period, then that'll be a bit of a win-win, but again, we need some more info from CIG in the near future to get some kind of idea of what time frame we're going to be looking at for 3.18. They also briefly showed us a picture of the Banu Merchantman, which it does look pretty epic. It's basically a huge ship, if you don't know. It's a moving marketplace full of shops, stalls, docking bays for people to come and visit, and a whole lot more. I know that they've got this in an early grey box phase at the moment, and I'm sure we're going to see more of it in the near future. But this time they just showed us a picture in a decent resolution to minimise the duck memes that were going around, a little bit like this. Another huge thing that was showing off, that will be coming hopefully in 3.18 when that arrives, is the salvage element of the game. Now, they showed the user interface here, and as you can see, there's plenty of icons to keep you busy, from tractor beams to different cutters, different materials and surfaces, and the gimbals as well. Now, what they said regarding gimbals is that there will be a change in how they work. In layman's terms, the bigger the cutter or the weapon on it, the slower the gimbal will be. It makes sense, but I think this will be moving across to our regular ships and fighters, so it means more thinking for you and your loadouts if you're a gimbal man. We also got shown footage of salvaging in action. As you can see, when the cutter moves around, the different parts of the ship are being highlighted, so I'm assuming you can cut away certain parts and maybe leave the less valuable stuff in the deep black. And I'm going to finish off here talking about Bar Citizen. It's happening soon, and there's some select places around the world that you can meet up with some of the devs and other citizens and have a beer and a bit of a chin wag. It seems pretty cool. I won't be able to attend any of these, but if you are, then please let me know in the comments below, and also let me know if you want more from the verse in the future. Thank you very much for watching. Now, if you got something from this, then please drop a like or consider subscribing to help me out. Take care, guys, and I will catch you in the next one.